Commissioner Werfel, you've been a breath of fresh air to me. We had little problems with the last guy who sat in your seat. Welcome back. After years of chaos, very new day at the IRS. Last month, you already talked about it. The IRS announced it had recovered $485 million from only 1,600 millionaires. The question of fairness in the tax system is at hand. We all have different opinions about it, but I believe, or else I wouldn't say it, I believe that you're there to oversee fairness. The guy next door to me, where I live, in my house in New Jersey, if he doesn't pay his property taxes, and the guy on the next block from us doesn't pay his property taxes, people understand now that we're going to have to pay higher property taxes unless some other kind of revenue was found. It's tax fairness. Pay what you're supposed to pay, and people will complain less. People believe many times, Mr. Werfel, Commissioner, that they're being shafted when it comes to figuring out tax policy. And I think you and I have an obligation to address that day in and day out. The tip of the iceberg. Last week we learned that we will recover at least $560 billion from rich tax cheats after the next decade. So you've been portrayed, the agency you work for has been betrayed as, oh, they're coming after you. See, create fear that you're the bad guys. Lincoln dealt with that during the Civil War, very honestly. If money was going to be used for the war, how would the towns throughout America, build their roads, their hospitals, their schools, et cetera, et cetera? That's why we have a big argument over salt. I hear from my own neighbors, you are now answering our calls. Refund checks are going out faster. These successes are because of, I think, your leadership and because of historic funding passed by Democrats, mostly, to make the IRS work for regular Americans.
Dear friends, don't miss out on this. You may want to take action soon. States are still sending out bonus rebate checks throughout this spring, and lawmakers are encouraging eligible households to make sure they get their bonus refund payment. This could be worth over $800 in select U.S. states. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the details. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Also, at the end of today's video, I will be announcing the winners of yesterday's giveaway, so please make sure that you do stay tuned. Many are waiting to receive their TABOR refund, which could be worth as much as $1,600. Experts say that you're closer than ever now that the Colorado Department of Revenue has begun processing tax forms for the 2023 tax year. The department just announced it is now processing returns. A couple of weeks after the federal government began accepting returns, Colorado law requires the state to refund revenues that exceed certain caps. This is due to the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, known as TABOR. Some of this money is refunded through the income tax filing process. For the 2023 tax year, the Colorado legislature opted to make all refunds equal. Single filers will receive $800, and married couples filing jointly will receive $1,600. In past years, refund amounts were dependent on your income, and in late 2022, refunds were given in the form of a check and branded as a Colorado cashback. If you are not required to file a federal tax form and do not have tax liability in Colorado, you will still want to file in Colorado this year so you can receive your refund. Experts say that Colorado residents can e-file their state income taxes for free through the state's revenue online service. The IRS Free File program lists several services that allow individuals who make under $79,000 in adjusted gross income to file their federal taxes and sometimes their state income taxes online for free. Officials in Governor Jared Polis and Senator Michael Benet's offices said the IRS told them that the TABOR refunds will not be taxable for the 2023 tax year. So that means you don't have to report any Colorado cashback refund that you received in 2023 as income on your federal taxes when filing this tax season. Also, friends, according to Newsweek, hundreds of thousands of Minnesota residents will see a rebate check for $260 come their way next week. The state is reissuing a third round of tax rebates for 128,000 recipients who never cashed their original checks. The Minnesota Department of Revenue originally sent the $260 rebates out months ago, but not all recipients deposited the money within the 60-day window before the check became void. According to the Department of Revenue, some taxpayers may have mistakenly thrown away the rebates because the return address was from Montana. But the new round of payments are more clearly marked as from the state agency. The state originally approved the payments as part of a $1 billion program, and the remaining payments make up $48 million of all checks. However, just because the state issued the checks again does not mean you shouldn't keep your eye out for the payments and file them as soon as possible. Newsweek has said that since Minnesota approved the rebates, they have been receiving criticism. Residents are especially upset that the rebate means recipients owe between $26 and $57 on federal taxes. This amount was decided on after the IRS ruled that the payments did not qualify as aid due to how much time had passed since the crisis. So to file your 2023 income taxes with the rebate amount, taxpayers should use the 1099 form that they had received. The state of Alabama, which sent out a $300 check to joint filers last year, spent $393 million on the refunds, with the checks coming fully from a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. The payments are intended to help residents offset grocery taxes paid throughout the year. In Arizona, taxpayers with dependents earned tax refunds in November, but the amount varied depending on how many children or dependents were listed. Virginia residents also saw between $200 and $400 if they had a tax liability. So, dear friends, if you reside in one of these states I have mentioned, please make sure that you have received your rebate check. Dearest friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The winners of yesterday's giveaway is Marcia Davis and Valerie Diaz. Congratulations to both of you.